Hello, middle school parents. Hope you're having a great start to your week. I want to talk to you a little more today about helping your middle schooler make responsible, healthy, and ethical decisions. We often think that adolescents who look like adults, if you've seen some of our eighth graders walking around here, we often think that they're far more mature than they look like they are, okay? But remember, they're walking around with that underdeveloped prefrontal cortex, and because of that, middle schoolers are prone to increased risk taking, and they're also prone to sensory overload, and they may fail to think through consequences before they take that risk. So, although they're starting to take a more sophisticated interest in moral and ethical decisions, they can also backslide very easily and very quickly into childish behavior. And so, like I said last week, one day they want to be that grown up middle schooler, and the next day they want to be that childish elementary school student again. So, trying to figure out where they are and balance that. But it's hard for the middle schooler to press the pause button and delay their desire for immediate rewards. And especially when they think they have anonymity online or in the virtual world. But the challenge can be really easy for parents to forget, because kids at this age often demonstrate sometimes great insight, and particularly as they hit eighth grade. And so, but while a kid can make a big leap from sixth grade to eighth grade, there's no such thing as an average middle schooler. There can be a vast difference even among students in the same grade. So almost all middle schoolers, though, have one thing in common, and they are exposed to much darker information and much more out there in the world today than high schoolers were a decade ago. I see the difference in what my son, who finished class of 2018, was exposed to in middle school versus what kids today are exposed to. And large in part, that's due to social media and news media and things like that. But it doesn't surprise me that there's an increase of anxiety there as well. So developmentally, they are still middle schoolers. They still need your help in anticipating and interpreting events, and guidance making, and in making smart ethical decisions. And so the goal should be to teach your middle schooler those skills now before they find themselves in a confusing or a dangerous situation, especially among peer pressure. So, adolescents, the cool thing about them is they're super learners. They are wired to seek novelty. And so the middle school year is full of social disruptions and excitement for that reason. No 2 days here are ever the same for that reason. And you know what? Here's the thing. As moms especially, and as dads, we want to step in and rescue them and save them from that situation. But it is so important during this time to walk alongside them, to have guided conversations with your middle schooler, to help them navigate those difficult circumstances. Because when you do that, you give them confidence needed to help them move towards independence in handling a future situation when we aren't there to help them walk through with guided decision making. So again, middle school, while people have numerous ideas in their head about what a rough time it is for a kid, it's really a wonderful time. Just knowing that you have that opportunity to walk them through. I was fearful as a mom when Sam hit middle school, particularly sixth grade. But I took a deep breath and I prayed and I read Paul David Tripp's book about guided decision making. And if you want that reference, I'll list that for you again. But it made me realize just the God-given opportunities that were ahead of me, ahead of us, ahead of Todd and I as parents, just to continue to pour into him for 6 more years to help prepare him to advocate for himself in college. And so by doing that, he's done very well. So just know that I'm here for you. I'm praying for you. And I count it a joy and a privilege to meet your child in the middle each day. So you guys have a great week.